We're live. Hello, everyone. Zen, hello.
Hi. How are you, Marie?
I'm hot, but I'm great, thank you.
It
You can
is
see it's a
warm.
little bit warm here, but and Jazzy says hello to
Hey,
everyone, and
Jasper.
so nice to see everyone on here. And Shanna Bananas put up a dream, and Layla's on and put up a dream. Lady Hawk, Joyce, oh Marie's on.
Hi,
Hello, that's so
Hi.
lovely. So, yeah. So today it's a little bit of a different show today because Nick's on. Hi, Nick. We have got Xana's got some news, but what we're going to do first, because today I'm just going to do an open dream day. There was no real topic. It was all just about how we're just going to have a little change up to the dream team. It might just become the dream. And Teresa and Kathleen are on. Hello, guys.
Hi.
But what I thought we'd do first is we'll start with Shanna Banana's dream, and I'll get Zan to help me to decode that, and then I'll let Zan tell you hers. So,
Okay.
all right. So do you?
All right,
Let me start. I'll put it up. There we go. We've got it.
All right. So Shanna Banana's dream. This was a few weeks back. I was standing looking at a jester, like the Joker on the deck card. I can't remember if it was me or someone else saying that it's a healer or something spiritual, but I can't remember exactly. Next, I remember taking off running to go up to the bathroom, and along the way, I end up walking a bike next to me, and somehow I know he's an alien. He was a human-looking but tall and moves a bit slower, kind of like Lurch from the Addams Family. He was so intrigued by the bike and wanted to know more about it and how it worked, but I really had to go to the bathroom. I told him I'd tell him more, but we humans have to go relieve ourselves, as I'm sure they do. He understood and seemed to gesture that yes, they do, but he was more interested in the bike and just talking. I eventually was in the bathroom and said, I'll be back and we'll talk, but I have to go. Then I woke up, and in real life, I had to go bad. I've had another dream after that regarding a human looking alien, but forgot to write it down and can't remember it, but wondering if they may be connected.
Wow. What an interesting dream, Miss Zan.
Yes.
So
Fun.
And remember, it's really interesting because everyone has their higher self or their deep subconscious has their own symbols and their own archetypes to get your attention. Like we do know what Zan's is, and I'm going to get her to talk about that as well after this. But yeah, so do you want to just start with the first bit, breaking that down?
Okay, so a jester, like a deck of cards, or a jester is normally like a joker, someone who's meant to be the fool, who's makes people laugh perhaps, or may make you see things differently as well.
And talking about the Fool, because what popped intuitively into my head was the Fool card came up.
Yes.
And of course, that's about new beginnings. That's about stepping off a cliff, but having complete faith that you're going to be supported. So, yeah. So.
Okay. So wanting to go to the bathroom. So that's relieving yourself. The fact that you actually had to go in real life, sometimes they interact. But it's normally about eliminating things in your life. So perhaps you're going through a cleansing of some sort, but with the jester being there, you're fully supported. So then the alien, so I would take that as an unknown part of self. Especially if they're intrigued with the bike. So the bike is you in your balance because it's two wheels. So I wonder what the color of the bike was, Shanna Banana. Do we know?
Really good question. So if Shanna Banana, if you're on, let us know the color of the bike. It's a really good question, Zan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I guess the fact that you actually had to go to the bathroom, I just kind of see it like it's you're going through a shift of some sort, but you're fully supported, getting rid of old and perhaps coming into a new set of who you are. That's just how it feels to me. What about you, Marie?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And it's funny because I looked up what the Joker was in our dream book, which is our Big Dad's book. For those of you that don't know, it's called the Dream Book. This was channeled through by Betty Beth Az. I love this book. And it said "see idiot." I went, okay, this is interesting. So there's a few ways we could take this. So a joker or a jester or whatever. An idiot is repeating numbers over and over, not learning from lessons, lack of clarity, making life much more difficult than it needs to be, and giving power away. So it's interesting that aspect, which if we looked at it, that alien aspect, that's a part of you maybe that you're not aware of, is considering that they were so intrigued with the bike, which, as Zan said, it's balance, it's the two wheels, it's maintaining balance.
Yeah.
Maybe it's how do we maintain balance when there is something new to come in, and as we let go of things, and you know, as we know, the bathroom is eliminating and releasing.
Yeah. And Shannon said, no real colour. I think greyish like my real bike. And greyish can be unknown as well. So
true.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's so true. So, so look, and, you know, the other thing is, look, sometimes too, the other intuition I got, and I'll do a couple of cards on this as well, is remember we have DNA. We have aspects of our beautiful cosmic star family in us. And so there could be an aspect of you that's being activated or wants to come through, but it needs to be done in a way that's balanced. So that's what it can also represent. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's times where we do connect in with that aspect of our soul group, our DNA family, or whatever it is, our star family. So let me just do some cards and just see if we're on track for you here. And if that feels right, let us know. Otherwise, and I love this, if you can put up your own decode as well, Shanna Banana.
Yes, the tall alien was an aspect of you.
Well,
yeah, that's how I see it.
That's what we're getting.
Does that feel right for you is the question.
Yeah. So let me just, and that would have grabbed your attention, like, you know, anything that's, let me just do some cards and just, that one's really, ow. Yes, it's that one, because again, I've got these hands now that just like feel everything, like ow,
burning.
So the Four of Swords, yes, there's something hidden, and so as we were asking that question about is that tall alien an aspect of you? Yes, it's hidden, but it will reveal itself. That's what the Four of Swords always tells me. It'll come to your mind, but you don't have to worry because it's going to be done in a way that's balanced because of that bicycle. That's just telling you. So when the Two of Pentacles comes up, this means just ask some questions. Again, it's a 2, which is really interesting.
It looks like a joker jester too,
it looks like a joker. Thank you. Great pickup. So it's ask questions around this. So Shanna Banana, I would be doing some meditating. Just pop in and just ask to speak to that aspect of you. Go deep and that's what I'd be doing.
Shanna Banana has also mentioned I've been biking and photoed a UFO, so who knows?
Yep. And this is it, you know.
Absolutely, who knows?
Who knows? When we're triggered by something and we're meant to see it, it could be activating an aspect of you that is related to all of that too. Oh my God, you're not going to believe this. Another 2 of Wands. So this is looking for balance in the real world to make decisions from. So you're right, that's the message that's coming through for you. So you are going to get more insight into this. And it will happen with balance, so don't stress. But I feel you're getting, I feel you are getting the messages. And this is how our deep subconscious or higher self does it. They know that you bike and they know that you connected to UFOs or you've seen craft, and that's your archetypes. Yeah. Beautifully said, Zan.
So you can understand it.
Absolutely.
We all have our own.
We do. Oh, well, and so Zan, on that note, thank you, Shanna Banana, for sending that in. So Zan, on that note, do you want to talk about your dream? You said you had last night.
So last night it was nothing but snakes. My favorite, not. It was just consistent, one after another. And you know how you wake up through the night and then you go back to sleep and you wake up again and you go back to sleep. And every dream had a snake in it. And I kept asking in between every single one of them, please stop giving me snake dreams. I really don't like them. Find another way to show me. And then they'd just give me another one and another one. And I went, right. I ended up giving up and going, whatever. Oh, yeah, cool, another snake. All right, yeah, okay, I'm just going over there. And that's how the dreams were last night. There was like the huge, massive 6-meter snake that was dead in a bathtub. And then all the other dreams were just little ones, and people were just holding them by the tail. And they were all alive, and they were all brown. Every single one of them was brown. So I know it has a lot of grounding for me, but I also picked up that it was new beginnings, which is a little bit like Shana Banana, transforming into something new. So, yeah.
Yeah, and snake is one of the biggest transforming kundalini shifts in the chakra system, bringing in new spiritual gifts. I mean, it's a really big sign. And for you to have that consistently, I mean, that doesn't surprise me with, what's going on for you as well in your world, and, really big changes for you. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think that's pretty amazing. And the fact that there were little ones, but they're being held by the tail, so they're still growing. To me, they're safe. They're not going to hurt anyone. They're being held.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
exactly.
Those good old snake dreams. I would love a snake dream. Universe.
You can have all of mine. Have all of mine.
I like snakes. Thank you for thank you for sharing your snake dreams. And but Zan is going to actually give us some news. So Zan, do you want to let people know what's happening for you?
Well, I guess that's a good bridge to let people know that I do have a lot going on in my life at the moment. A lot of shifts, a lot of changes, all in a really positive way. But it unfortunately doesn't allow me enough time to be a part of the dream team anymore. Yeah. So I am bowing out, and I appreciate all the time. I love the inclusivity of this whole group, so I really appreciate that. I love that it's a safe place as well. Everybody's sharing feelings that are personal to them, and I love the fact that it's so safe. There's no judgment. It's just, how about this, how about that, and we're able to just throw ideas around, and whatever works for you at the end of the day is what works for you. So I appreciate being a part of this community. And although it's been a very long, hard decision to make, I do appreciate Marie. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this dream team and having this for almost a year. So it has certainly been fun. I've really enjoyed being a part of everything. But I just have to make the right decision for me and my family at this point. And I know that all of you will understand. I will try to come on as a viewer and comment every now and then, but I won't be able to do it for a little while because of a few things that we've got going on. But I'm looking forward to the future, and grateful to be a part of everything, and I wish everybody else well. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life too. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
I'm just so proud of you, Zan, for coming on, because guys, I started doing the dream show and I just did it on my own, and then I thought, oh my gosh, I've got the best dream decoder. She's my dream buddy. And if you haven't all got a dream buddy, go get one. And I went, of course, I'll see if Zan wants to come on, because it'd be so good to have a different perspective. And she was like, oh, I don't know. I don't like being in the public. But her boys and her husband actually really encouraged you, didn't they, to come on?
They did.
I was so shocked when Zan went, yes, I'll do it. I was going, oh, that's a miracle. So I'm just so grateful that you had the courage to come on here, because you have been an absolute plethora of wisdom and of such a beautiful perspective, having the beautiful boys and, how you work with the kids and just your different types of dreams. And so it's been fantastic. So you'll be very, very missed. Yeah, but look, I'll keep going with the dream shows, guys. But if someone else wants to come on, if you love dreams and love decoding dreams, feel free to send me an email. So I am at magicmarie.com, and we'll just see, and we can just have people even come on for a show. So you don't have to, as a guest or something, So look, let's just see how this pans out. But yeah, so
I appreciate all the lovely comments. Thank you, guys. It's very, very nice, and I will miss all of you too, but I'll come back and listen every now and then. Even if I don't get to listen live, I'll listen later on.
Yes. So, and just as a little thank you, Zan, I'd love to pull an animal magic card for you before you go, if it's all right. And
yeah, love that.
But everyone will get this energy as well. So, but I'm specifically asking for a message, or for it just flew out. I don't know if you saw that. This just flew
No,
out.
I saw something flip.
And it's interesting, it's the hummingbird, which is it's been coming out for a few people recently. And the hummingbird is all about being a warrior. So this is actually owning your strength, knowing what your ability is. I'm just gonna have a look at it to see what's standing out in the
Yeah.
card for you.
Yeah.
Again, it's the hummingbird that's so clear, and the green. Can you see all that beautiful green glowing?
Yeah, the green was really standing out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of healing, a lot of heart healing. I'm getting the words ease and grace for you. There's going to be a lot of ease and grace with things.
Yeah.
And now the sword's actually standing out, the red flower and the sword. So this is you. You're really taking up your sword of empowerment. You're actually doing your work. And, it's interesting with the hummingbirds. So it's been coming up for people. So I think it's a consciousness and a frequency that's really being activated in us all. So
yeah,
I'll just have a quick look in the book and see what's standing out for you. But this is for
it's
everyone.
funny. I mean,
as well.
my mantra for this year was make room for miracles.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what this is. That's what this is. Miracles happen all the time.
And we have to be a warrior to be able to accept them, because sometimes it means change and sometimes it means shifting.
Yeah.
You may be feeling as though you need to defend what you love the most, or find the strength to be true to your personal belief system, principle, and values. I mean, oh my God, that's beautiful, isn't it? So Hummingbird will support you to stay true to yourself and to speak your truth without fear. Its magic prevents you from feeling influenced or energetically impacted by what other people think, feel, and say. You're being drawn into a spiritual initiation to strengthen your sense of self, so you can become a catalyst and teach others by example. So by staying true to yourself, being patient, and being strong with those around you, you will demonstrate an alternative way to resolve conflict and find inner peace. That's all I'm going to read, because that's just so perfect.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's your beautiful card, is that hummingbird. So Zan, you want to sign off now, because you've actually got some.
Yeah, I've got a few things that I've got to go and do and be. But once again, I just want to thank everybody. Good luck with your dreams, and work on your own archetypes. Write things down. Have a look, because you can do it. Your dream is about you. It's got nothing to do with me or Marie. But I've been grateful to be able to help shed some light for some people, and hope you have all the best on your next journey too.
Beautiful.
And thank you very much.
I'll talk to you later. Soon. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Wow. So there we go. So that's Zan's news. So I'm really sad, because I will miss her company on here, and she's so good. It's so nice having someone on with you to bounce things off and have a different perspective. So so like I said, if anyone is actually keen to come on with me, so Nick, you've had a change in circumstances. You got space for something new as well, which is amazing. And so if you want to pop on with me, you're very welcome. But that's it. So what we'll do though is we'll pop back to the next dream that we have from Layla. So let's have a look. So Layla, her dream was she was down in a dark elevator to start with, and then there was more down here. I saw an elevator shaft, and fighting of some kind of energy beings, then flashing forwards to a big battle in space with planes. They were like Second World War planes, but in a very bright colours. Could even hear some clashing, dampened clashing. I'm not quite sure what that means. As the battle went on, and then I woke up quite exhausted. Yeah. So this is interesting. So when we actually feel like we're in like a lucid dream, it actually sounds like you felt like you were in a bit of a lucid dream there. But being down a dark shaft, I'm going to bring it back to you first, Layla. So if we're down a deep, dark shaft, what are we doing? We're going deep into the subconscious to me. We're actually going really deeply within, and to see what's going on. And so what was going on for you, it looks like there was actually a big battle. And as I've always said, I actually believe that the cosmos is internal, and I believe it's actually through interdimensional portals. It's not out there. So maybe you could have also been remembering an aspect or a time where you were in some sort of conflict. So it doesn't necessarily, it can mean two things. It can be internal. So what part of you, is there something going on in you that's coming up for you to have to look at, for you to have to actually process? And with planes are spiritual. If we're going to look at it, take it from your point of view. And they're old planes. They were Second World War planes and bright in colours. So there's something going on. Let's have a little look and see if we can look up. Do you remember what colours they were? Because that can have a difference as well. But I really feel that this is something that's old, that's actually coming up now, that's been creating even some conflict subconsciously that can reflect out into your world, into your reality. So let's just have a little look and see. Let me just see here. I'm just going to go back a little bit more to your battle that you were talking about. Oh, the YouTube cuts it so short. Yeah, I know. You have to keep writing. Yeah, no, it's so good. I've got the aspect of it. I'm not sure what Dapen clashing, something clashing. But I'm just going to look up as well for you what. Let's have a look at a war. See if the word is in here. Because that might just give us, but to me, it's a deep subconscious war when you've gone down deep. War. Fighting within self, rejecting parts of self. All aspects must work in harmony. Intellect, intuition, male, female, body, mind, spirit, need for balance and integration. Isn't it interesting? I think the theme today is actually about balance. So yeah, just because of the bicycle that we had before with Banner. Hang on. So I'm just going to shut my door. Hang on a minute. Sorry, guys. I just had a bit of external noise going on, so I couldn't concentrate. Yeah, so I feel that this is, again, I would go inside, I would meditate, and I would actually ask to talk to that aspect of you, to bring it up and to love it, because a lot of the time we've got these aspects of us that have supported us for years and years and years because it thinks it's protecting us. This can also be, remember, this doesn't have to be just yours. This can be lineage. This can also be, not just lineage. This can be soul family that you're clearing and healing for. So it can feel like as big as World War II. It can feel really big. And I've always said this, oh my gosh, what have I done to actually have to go through this process? But then I get told, no, this is not just for you. This is lineage. So go in and meditate, and Layla, and if you can, connect into that aspect of you and feel safe. Bring your beautiful dragon up to come in with you. Bring God through, whatever it is that works for you, and let us know how you go with that, because I think you might get a lot. I think you're gonna, get a lot of insight from that. I'll do some cards for you though as well. Here we go. All right, that one's chopping up. Yes. Knight of Cups. So to me, this Knight of Cups brings through a message, and it's usually an emotional message, but it's done really steadily. So I feel that you will get some insight from doing some going deeper and doing some meditating and asking for that aspect to come through for you. Okay, let's have a look here. And King of Swords. Beautiful. That's really confirming it, because the King of Swords is a master of the plan, of the story, of what's going on. So I feel you will get real understanding around what this dream is actually trying to tell you, because they can be quite scary, those dreams too. So yeah, the Star, perfect. To me, the Star is all about bringing through information and making decisions from it, and it's from a higher plane. So if you meditate, you're going to get a lot more information coming through from your divine aspect of self as well. So those cards are sort of saying that, yeah, you definitely have got something that's shifting and changing. So, but thank you for sharing that dream with us. That's really amazing. But yeah, it's really hard on YouTube when you're trying to put it all through. So, so Nick says, yeah, we can have a chat later. So, so Maple Tree, hi. Zan has got a lot going on in her world, and so she's actually having to take time away from the Dream Team. So I'm happy to just keep it going on my own until someone else maybe feels like they want to pop in. You don't have to do it every week. It's just nice to have people. I've had a few other friends that have come through that have got really lovely gifts and things to share, but you can just be like someone that actually is interested in dreams. That's all it takes. So, okay, so let's have a look at Kathleen's dream. So, dream 2 weeks ago was walking into my grandma's kitchen and it was so much bigger. That's interesting. She was standing in the background. She was a paraplegic in real life. Wow. And her helper was showing me around. New brown cupboards. Interesting. The color. I like that you've put your color in. I saw through to the entryway and it was expanded into a triangle shape and woke up. That's interesting, Kathleen. So a grandma's kitchen. So what did your grandmother mean to you? She's that feminine, that very wise feminine aspect. And was she coming through to actually visit you? That's sort of feeling I'm getting, is that she was coming through to visit you, and the fact that her kitchen was much bigger. Now, what do we do in the kitchen? We cook, we nurture, we come together, we create. I'm getting oh my God. Okay. Now, this might sound crazy, but this is just what's coming to me. I'm going to say it. You'll know whether it resonates or not. She's actually showing you who she is in spirit. She's not paraplegic anymore. She can walk. She's got a bigger space to work in. But the fact that there was new brown cupboards, brown is very grounding and earthing. I'm wondering if she's actually come back through to have another lifetime here. I don't know if you've been sensing that or if that's come through. And let's have a look at this. So you went through to the entryway. So look at that. It's an entryway into something, and in a triangle shape. Well, the triangle, of course, I mean, that's fire. That's actually birthing. That's something new coming through. So I'm not sure. I'm going to do some cards for you on that one. But a triangle shape is purification as well. So it's really interesting dream. So I'm presuming that she's passed from what you're saying and what I'm seeing anyway. So let me just have a look at the cards and just see if we can get if that's what it is, or if it's about you. If we bring it back to you, it's about your expansion. So 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups is a little bit of, to me, this is so many options, but it's a little bit of chaos emotionally. So let's have a look and see what's standing out in there. Oh, you know what's standing out? It's this. And to me, this has always been a beautiful, a woman, like a mysterious spiritual woman. And oh my gosh, it looks like a triangle. I only just saw that. So there's something definitely going on along in that realm for your grandmother. And I know that sometimes souls don't come back as a whole soul. They'll just come in and merge even with other souls to have an experience. Wow. And as I said that, the moon card came up. So this can feel like something's out of place. So something's, the wolf and the dog are howling at the moon. But to me, this is also something new coming into the psyche, and Ace of Pentacles. So there's definitely something coming into reality, whether it's for you or whether it's for your grandmother. But if it's for you, yeah. So as Nick said, and I feel she did visit you. Also, you can be expanding yourself, in your area of creativity, of nurturing, and grounding it in, because the brown cupboards, again, are grounding and seeing a triangle, which is, like I said, it's purification. The triangle is fire, the aspect of fire. So, that tetrahedron. So, yeah, and what I'd love to know what's been going on in your reality. Have you actually noticed that in your reality that there's been a little bit of a expansion within yourself? So yeah, let me know what's going on. Oh, okay. So Kathleen's saying, yes, she died 30 years ago and was a nurturer and mentor. She visits me lots in dreams. And I really feel she was visiting you. And okay, I'm getting goosebumps. What I'm getting is she may not visit you as much in dreams anymore if she's actually come back through to have an experience here. So there you go. So let's just see what happens. But and Kathleen's asked, has the entryway mean anything? So an entryway into a house, it's when you're first going in, it's your first impression, it's coming into the place that's you, that's your safety. So it could be you, it could be an entry into you, or it could be your grandmother's entry into a new life. It depends how you want to see that. And if it was her home, then that could be an aspect that she's trying to get a message to you. I would ask for clarity, ask for another dream, and ask for your grandmother to come through. And again, we can always meditate on our dreams and get a little bit more clarity. So yeah, just ask for your grandmother to come through again and see if you can can you talk to her directly? Like, can you do the connecting in and talking with her directly? I feel there's some excitement there. That's what I'm feeling when I'm connecting in with her. So just ask her. Yeah, ask her. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Oh, Kathleen, that's so funny. You've been trying to redo your diet. Yeah. So you're expanding what you're thinking of cooking, you're being creative, all of that sort of good stuff. So that's funny. So it could be a double meaning in there for you, but you'll know which one sits with you best. And that's what this is all about is, what's my message? And if you see your grandmother as the nurturer as well, then she's probably inspiring you. So yeah, Nick, you've been connecting with your grandparents as well last night. That's really fascinating. So was that in a dream? So yeah, so let us know. So if you've actually experienced connecting in with your loved ones, and you remember them in dreams, because that's often the vibration that they can meet us at really easily. So, all right. So whose is the other dream? I know someone is it Nick that put up a dream? Let me just go back. See, this is where I'm already missing Zan, because she's the one that goes, oh, there's one from, where are we? I know there was one, I saw it. Nick. So Nick was just making a comment, which was great. So yeah, in regards to change, new things coming in, I keep feeling that all the wisdom and training is saying be still, and the universe will give us exactly what we need. No push, no pull. It's so true, Nick. And to me, that's part of manifestation as well. It's once we've dreamed it, once we've actually, I feel it, I experience it, I actually visualize it. It's almost like I can tangibly touch it sometimes. And then it's like I just let it go and give it back to the universe. And then sometimes it'll come into my life and I'll go, oh, I completely forgot I actually had manifested this. And I remember everything I manifested as a child, it actually came to me. And sometimes it took till I was in my 20s, in my 30s. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this was the actual vision. And where I was living would be exactly what I'd envisioned. So sometimes it can take time. I don't think it takes as much time these days. But obviously for me, that was my divine timing in my path. But you're right. You don't push and pull with it. You just trust and have that faith. So that's really, really true. Yeah. Oh, so that's really beautiful. Yeah. So Kathleen, do ask her to come back again. And if a dream sticks with you, there might be a little bit more to do with it and to go deeper with it. So, and often it doesn't have to be straight after you wake up. If you want to do a bit of a meditation and go in, I do it often. I'll just do it in the afternoon or when I'm stopped, and I'll just go, oh, I'm just going to pop in and just tune into that energy of that dream again. And then more of it will come through, but I will get some aha moments, definitely. So, yeah. So Nick, it's true. When we, do you remember, do people remember smells of people that you love? As a child, I used to get quite sick with ear infections. And I remember I'd go into mum's bed, mum and dad's bed, but I would lay on mum's pillow, and I remember, I just still to this day remember her smell, and it was so comforting and so nurturing, especially when you're a sick child. And, there were 6 of us kids, so it's pretty special to get time alone in your mum's bed. So, yeah, and I do. It's like, and just those hugs and the times you play and all the rest of it. So, yeah, just remembering that can actually often trigger allowing loved ones to come through more easily as well. Yeah, so dream. So Nick had a dream. So someone was pointing out that my hair was tied up with a magnet. I thought, what a cool idea. That's so interesting. So it's a bite from a dream. Got it. Now, what are we? We're electromagnetic beings, aren't we? So our whole being is made up apparently of water, plasma, and this electromagnetics and space. That's literally what we are. So imagine having a magnet up near the crown of your head, and it'd be so interesting to see what message that was giving you around your crown chakra or your third eye, because that's all aspect of your pituitary and pineal glands. So actually, I can just reach over these days and pick up what I need. I want to do this one. So with our, remember, with our chakras, so your base chakra, all the way through. So your crown chakra is your spiritual connectedness, and third eye is the psychic ability. So your crown is your pituitary, and the third eye is your pineal. So it's interesting, the magnet would sit right there on that crown if your hair's up quite high. So I love that. That is a really cool idea. Wonder how it would affect us. Can you imagine walking around with a magnet on your head? It would feel really weird, depending what it would do to us. It's actually not a bad idea, though. All right, if anyone dares do that, let me know how it goes and how you feel. So try putting an electromagnetic thing in your head. Oh, I don't know if you'd feel it straight away. Yeah, a lot of electromagnetic moments lately, Nick. Absolutely. Like I said, with my hands, I'm still feeling it when I go to do the cards. It's like this real, whichever card's meant to be right. So it's like the connection into our greater consciousness coming through into our free, I don't know, into our free electromagnetic aspect. It's interesting because I've been actually working with my dragon, a lot more, because I'm finding that I just want to have this beautiful pure space for me at the moment. It's almost like taking a sabbatical energetically. But so I bring up my dragon, and then I put like a mirrored disco ball, you know, those disco balls from like the 70s. I imagine, and I ask for one of those to be around me to reflect off anything. If people are sending good vibes and it's love, that's fine. But and then I'll just make sure they get that back as well, so that it goes back to them, all the love that they're sending. And then if people are not sending that, then they'll get that back. So it's been a really interesting process. It's almost like I've been having to have this time out for me to be in my energy. And people notice it because I've got such a big energy. People will say, oh, where have you been? I've missed your energy. Where have you been? And I sort of realized that maybe I needed to let people develop themselves without that energy. So going out. So it's been a really interesting little experiment for me. So I don't know if anyone else tunes in to their own electromagnetic field. How many of you actually intuitively notice where it's going or where it is? How much does it fill up a room? I had a friend that said she can feel my energy. They sleep downstairs and I'm upstairs. She said some nights she can feel my whole energy and then I'm just gone off into the interdimensional realms. She's very sensitive to energy. So check in for yourself. Actually intuit, where does my energy go to? What is my personal field? I don't know if many of you have done that. So Lady Hawk, yeah, you notice as well, which is great. And you know, notice how people maybe react as well when you walk into a room, or people will often say, oh, you look like you're glowing. And sometimes it's simply our electromagnetic field, especially if we're holding that, you know, more expanded frequency. So, yeah, and oh, Kibu's on. Hi, Kibu. You missed the news, but we'll tell you in a minute. But Kathleen, yeah, I have hematite rock discs that are not truly pure. They have magnets. I use them anytime I have a headache or pain. That's really interesting. So, Kathleen, do you actually pop them like on your neck or on your head somewhere? Because I really noticed. I remember once when I was a nurse, and I remember this doctor came out and she was going to go home because she had a really bad migraine. And I said to her, do you want to sit down? I did energy work back then too. And I said, do you want to just sit down and can I have a look at you? She knew what I did. And I actually noticed that she had an energy leak, a spike that was just zip right out. So I gently got her to start to bring her energy in. And then I would gently bring the energy in with her as it was coming through until I got it back into balance and then sealed the leak energetically. And she went, my headache's gone. So this is how powerful when we have a little disruption or distortion somewhere within the body. If we're leaking energy, that can actually create physical pain. So I love the fact that you use your hematite. Now, for people that don't know what hematite is, it's a real silvery looking metal. I have got one, but it's in my little bag in there. It's a silvery metal, and hematite is good for blood as well, but it's good for grounding. I remember when I had an energy leakage going from my foot, because we have chakras all through our whole being. And every time I was doing my laps in the pool, I could feel this energy just pulsing out of my left ankle. And I was going, I've got to stop this. So I ended up using hematite, and I put it in a sock when I'd go to work, and that fixed it. But I didn't think to do the energy healing on that little thing. But it was telling me something. It was showing me what I learned was more about my chakras that aren't just my 7 major ones. We have lots of them on our hands, everywhere. So you can actually really bring your energy field in and connect in and see, do any chakras need clearing or healing, or does my electromagnetic field need clearing and healing with white light? So thank you for that. That's interesting that they've got magnets, and it helps, I presume. So, you sleep with them on. That's fantastic. Yeah. So whatever works. And I have my friend that actually is here as well, shares his house as well. He used to sell magnets for people, and it was amazing. He said people sleep was better. They could get rid of pain. He did magnet healing, whether it was sheets or bracelets or whatever. Yeah. So I guess a lot of people do work with that energy. Yeah. So Nick says hematite breaks so easily. I wonder if it's because it releases energy. What sort of hematite are you talking about, Nick? Because unless mine is a shiny silver one. So that's what I know hematite as. And you're right. I'm just getting an image now. Any crystal that is releasing energy, as you say, if it cracks or it breaks, or you drop it and it breaks, it's actually meant to, because it needs to rest. So for me, I ask where it wants to go. If it wants to get put back into the earth, I do that. If it wants to get put into a river or a lake or the ocean, I do that. So you'll know. But hematite break, I've not had hematite break on me, because the only time I've really worked with it is with that ankle. So it's interesting, Nick, how you yes, in a bracelet form. So so look, it depends if you wear it all the time, then it probably is doing a lot of work for your whole energetic system. So that's really cool. Do you guys clean your crystals? Is there a way that you all actually clear your crystals, or anyone got anything ideas about how they actually would clear their crystals as well? Because there's a few things I do, but so okay, so Nick's saying that her hubby wears it all the time, and in a bracelet form. Yeah, so it's going to break, and it's going to say, "I'm done. I've done my job." So exactly. So okay, interesting. So if we go back to our energy field, so Nick has said as well, you'd be in an airport surrounded by crew, and I'd see people making a beeline to me. Happened all the time. People just know. They will just come up to you. You're so right. It's like they want to be in the energy. What I find sometimes, though, is then because it will actually activate something in them, they can get a little bit triggered, and they'll need to move back away. I don't know if you've experienced that. I've learnt not to take that one personally. But some people just, they obviously just need that frequency, and they want to be in it. So, which is great. But okay, that's really easily. Here we go. So Shanna Banana said hematite rings break easily too. Yeah, and I suppose if you're wearing it a lot, but also too if you're banging it as well, but it's probably doing a lot of work. So okay, so Lady Hawk I rinse with living water the crystals. So I set the intention and set them in the sun or full moon to charge it. Yeah, and that's exactly right, and it's whatever works for you. I am one lazy crystal owner, I have to be honest. So what I do is I use I do use my intention and white light, but I'll actually sage them as well. So I'll just get they need a sage, so I just grab some sage and we'll sage. Just know with some crystals, what I understand is that anything ending in ite, so like even hematite crystal, a crystal that ends in the word tight doesn't tend to like having water put on it. So you can then just put white light through it. So so Nick has said, she's been clearing crystals with thoughts. And absolutely, I really know that. Like with Jasper, I'll tune in and I'll just go, "Hey, Jazzy, do you need to go out in the moon?" And he's going, "No, I'm fine, thanks." So they actually are probably, excuse me, sorry about that. They're actually, was that you, Jasper? they actually can clear themselves more now with this frequency that's around us consciously, depending how much work they're doing. I remember once I went into this amazing new, beautiful, massive hotel down near the beach, and they had the biggest crystal I have ever seen, crystal cave. And then they had another big crystal next to it. I'm talking huge, like huge. And all I felt was, I'm so tired. And usually amethyst can clear itself, but so many people were coming and going. So I actually just did some white lighting through that crystal, and I could feel it just release. And so I actually set up some etheric crystals for that area to help support that actual physical crystal with all of the energy that it was clearing. So yes, sage also, exactly, Marie. So so yeah. Oh, okay. So Marie puts hers in Himalaya salt. That's interesting. So I haven't tried that one before. So that's a really good one to know as well. And sage also, yeah. So whatever works for you, whatever's easiest. But yeah, just even white lighting and just thinking about it. And pink quartz. Nick's got a pink quartz and loves it when it rains. Yeah, it's interesting because some crystals love it. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but moldavite, which is the masculine aspect of labradorite, it's the only one that's sun activated. So because when I first bought my moldavite, I was going, why is this, doesn't feel like it was in the shop, this doesn't feel like it's working. And then I looked it up and it said, yeah, you have to activate it in the sun. And as soon as I did that, whammo, that's when all the activations happened for me. So just, yeah, if you just don't knowing a little bit about how crystals are cleansed or activated, it's probably a really good thing. So, well, that's really cool. And they're really good tips as well. But yeah, so there we go. So let's have a little look and see what else we've got in here. So I think that's it. Do you know what, guys? What I'll do is I'm going to do I'm just going to do a little, actually, if someone wants a reading, I've got a few minutes. If someone would like a reading, feel free. Let's do our beautiful 888 because that is all about abundance and creativity. So if anyone would like a little reading, I've got some time. So we can do that for people. So whoever it is that jumps up and puts it in first, or I see first, I'm just going to open my eyes and point to the screen. Oop. So this is just for people that are watching it live. If you're watching it afterwards, obviously, you don't get that chance because I'm not there then. Okay, let's give it a few more seconds because some people are cooking dinner and doing things and they can't get to the phone or to the computer. All right. Okay. Okay, that one there. Oh my God, Shanna Banana. I actually divinated on my computer. So I'm going to do a little reading for Shanna Banana. And but thank you everyone else for popping your number 88 up. So let's just have a little look and see. I'm just going to tune in through my higher self. Okay. Beautiful. So what happens is when I tune in, I just can see a little bit of what's going on within the energy field and what's happening. So and then I just get the cards because that helps me to then put it into a reality for you to be able to see. Because one image I can get can hold a lot. Oh my gosh, that first card really wants to come out. The Chariot. Beautiful. So the Chariot is all about moving forward. And see how you've got your black Sphinx and your white Sphinx, your black and white, your yin and yang. When you're balanced, when you're actually balanced within, you're going to make quite a big leap forward. And I don't feel that's too far away. And I'll tell you what I saw in a minute. And I'll just get this other, that card really wants to come out as well. Man. Oh, beautiful. You've got the Three of Cups, which is it's an emotional celebration. And the three, again, remember, is spiritual trinity. Because what I was seeing with you was an aspect from your crown through to your oversoul. It's like there is something being released for you to allow something new to come in. So that balancing is going on for you. So I don't know if you've had a tingling head or anything, because straight away I just saw this area above your crown chakra that was showing me that there's definitely something clearing and coming through for you. So that's the one that wanted to come out. Oh God, you're getting some beautiful cards here. Six of Wands, which is all about victory. I love it when that. So the actions you take are really going to create a beautiful victory for you. And it's all through this a spiritual clearing. It's that deep subconscious clearing, which is actually, now I think about it, that's your dream. But it's all happening up here. So just know the more you can meditate, the more you can actually tune into yourself, then the more you're actually going to be then bringing through this frequency and really making a change. These are such beautiful positive cards. So whatever you're doing, yeah, just keep doing it. It's happening for you. Three of Wands. This is looking forward to the future and letting go of the past. Definitely you are releasing something from deep within. So they're gorgeous cards. So trust yourself, trust the process that your higher self has you on. Do a little bit of deep inner work, and yeah, let us know how you're going and seeing what's happening. Yeah, so actually, Nick, you're right. The theme of the week, it really is. It's like we have deep aspects of us. It's time for them to be released. It's time for us to acknowledge them, thank them, let them go, and allow this new to come in, so we can move forward in a way that we maybe didn't think was possible before. So that's so true. So I'm actually going to leave it there today, guys, just because it's a bit weird not having Zan with me, to tell you the truth. And so but I just love you guys. You're so beautiful, and I love that you can be so vulnerable and share your dreams and share those weird synchronistic things that happen in life, and just know that we're all crazy together. It's fine. So yeah, and so thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow if you follow Elisa. Otherwise, I will be back on next Monday, and I will, please email me if you're interested. Even like I said, we can just take it slowly if you want to pop on and play with some dream decoding. Oh, good. Oh, Shanna Banana has said that it makes perfect sense. Yeah, good. So just trust, honey. It's all good. Just allow. We have to allow for miracles, and that's one of, as well as Zan saying it for this year, that's been one of my favorite saying, is always leave room for miracles. So all right, I'll see you all next week, guys, and Jasper says goodbye too. Okay, ciao.